pallone dentro, attenzione, va la Juventus con la conclusione ribattuta, Ronaldo!
LeBron James just said something about Luka Doncic, which is so bizarre that no one saw it coming. LeBron isn't known for making controversial comments about other players, which makes it even more shocking. Let's dive into his words. From the moment Luka Doncic entered the NBA, LeBron James recognized something special in him. Even before they became teammates, LeBron admired Luka's talent, basketball IQ, and fearless approach to the game. That admiration only grew when Doncic joined the Los Angeles Lakers in February 2025, marking a new and exciting chapter for both players. LeBron welcomed Luka not just as a teammate, but as someone whose playing style resonated with his own. In the early games following Doncic's arrival, LeBron acknowledged that Luka was still adjusting to the Lakers' system. He noted the ongoing process of learning plays, understanding defensive schemes, and syncing with the team's rhythm. Despite the initial hurdles, it didn't take long for their chemistry to become apparent, giving the Lakers a much-needed boost. Behind the scenes, LeBron also offered Luka personal advice. Understanding the pressures of playing in Los Angeles, he encouraged Luka to embrace his individuality and not feel the need to conform. He wanted Luka to remain true to his style, to stand out rather than blend in. That mindset empowered Doncic to play freely and confidently, quickly endearing him to the Lakers fan base. Luka's impact was immediate. His creativity, leadership, and relentless drive became critical to the team's turnaround. Alongside LeBron, he led the Lakers on an 8-game winning streak that reignited hopes for a deep playoff run. Their partnership began to feel like the foundation of something bigger. LeBron's shocking comments don't exist in isolation. Other NBA stars, both current and former, have weighed in on Doncic's extraordinary talents, creating a chorus of elite voices that further validates James's assessment. Draymond Green, known as one of the smartest defenders in the NBA, has faced Luka Doncic many times in intense playoff games and regular season battles. He is a player who does not often praise his
Ronaldo is in big trouble. This is the Champions League. Headline being written, Ronaldo's first return to Spain.
Opponents, but when it comes to Luka, Green has been openly impressed. This shows the deep respect he has for Luka's rare talent and sharp understanding of the game. When talking about Luka's game, Green points out how Luka makes things look easy. He says Luka has a way of feeding his teammates the ball so perfectly that all they have to do is catch it and score. It's not just about Luka putting up points himself. He makes the entire team better with how he moves the ball and controls the offense. Draymond explained that when you're defending Luka, it's not just about staying in front of him. It's about figuring out where the pass is going next, and that's not easy to do. Draymond also talked about Luka's calmness during games. He said Luka reminds him of a typical Balkan player, cool, collected, and never too high or too low emotionally. Even when things are tense, Luka doesn't seem rattled. He just keeps making smart plays, and that kind of calm confidence can throw defenders off. After the surprising trade that sent Luka Doncic to the Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis, Draymond weighed in on how both teams might benefit. He mentioned that the Lakers now have a superstar in Luka, but they might struggle with size and defense in the paint since they lost Davis. Meanwhile, Dallas could be better balanced now that they have a top-tier big man and some extra pieces. NBA veteran and podcast host Gilbert Arenas had a lot to say about Luka Doncic, especially after Luka dropped 45 points in a revenge-style game against the Mavericks. According to Arenas, that performance wasn't just about winning, it was personal. On his show, Gil's Arena, Gilbert explained it like this. Luka was sending a big message, not just to the fans, but straight to the Mavericks front office, and even Anthony Davis, the guy Dallas traded him for. But Gilbert's not just hyping up one game. He's been giving Luka his flowers for a while. He's compared Luka's basketball smarts to legends like Magic Johnson. What impresses him most? The way Luka controls the game. slow, steady, and surgical. He doesn't rely on speed or crazy hops. He just outthinks everyone on the court. While most players in this video have faced Doncic as opponents, Kyrie Irving offers a unique perspective as his teammate. The partnership between these two ball-handling wizards has given Irving an insider's view of Luka's approach to the game.
A crisis which has rocked Italian football.
4 top Italian teams have been accused of cheating by fixing matches.
The office of the Italian Football Federation in Rome has been raided by police.
Italian football will never be the same again.
The post-Ronaldo era hit Juventus harder than anyone anticipated. His departure didn't just take away goals, it stripped the team of its identity, leadership, and that intimidating presence that used to unsettle opponents. Without him, Juventus looked alarmingly ordinary. The tactics that once relied so heavily on Ronaldo to carry the weight began to fall apart, and the team struggled to adapt. They slipped out of the title race and failed to make any significant impact in Europe. Even the much-anticipated return of Massimiliano Allegri as manager didn't bring the spark fans had hoped for. Instead, the squad appeared disjointed. The board's decisions felt reactive rather than strategic, and a wave of injuries only deepened the crisis. Key players couldn't find form, and perhaps most damaging of all, the fan base began to lose faith in the club's direction. As if things weren't already spiraling, Juventus soon found themselves at the center of serious legal and financial scandals. Investigations into false accounting and financial irregularities sent shockwaves through the football world, and the consequences were swift. The club was hit with points deductions, several board members resigned, and the damage to their reputation was severe. Suddenly, the headlines weren't about titles or transfers. They were about courtroom drama and crisis control. A once proud institution was now fighting to salvage its credibility.
Entire Juventus board, that includes President Andrea Agnelli, have resigned. Other members of that board include Pavel Nedved, former Juve player, legend, who is vice president, or I should say who was vice president. Juventus are currently 3rd in Serie A.
What Juventus faced wasn't just a rough patch. As they struggled, rivals like Napoli, Inter, and AC Milan surged forward. So the question remains, was Ronaldo the cause of it all, or was he simply a symptom of deeper problems? In reality, it's a combination of both. Ronaldo's arrival seemed like the answer to Juventus's prayers, but it was also a gamble. His presence temporarily covered up fundamental issues, an aging squad, sporadic planning, and a tendency to rely on quick fixes. When he departed, those cracks grew into massive gaps, exposing the club's vulnerabilities. The belief was that signing the world's best player would propel them back to glory, but in the end, it did the opposite. It showed that even the brightest stars need a solid foundation to thrive. Juventus learned the hard way that success requires more than just money and talent. It needs vision, balance, and patience. Fans still dream of Champions League nights and Serie A dominance, but now they know it can't be forced. It has to be earned brick by brick. Sports critics believe Juventus must rebuild from the ground up, and only then will they recognize their past mistakes. So when Ronaldo left Juventus, it wasn't just the end of a chapter, it marked the end of an era. An era of dominance and ambition, but also unfulfilled dreams. Yet from the ashes, Juventus could rise stronger. But will they? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe. Plenty more stories coming your way.